morning. I am Tessa-Marie and welcome to the Morning Blessings. How are you feeling today? Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Colin. How are you feeling today? Today is an amazing day. Today, of course, hi Lisa. How is Tanti doing? How are you feeling today? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hello, nephew. How are you feeling today? Well, guys, I must say, last night, we had our first night of the seminar, and oh my, it was amazing. It really was fabulous. It was really interesting to see how everybody came in ready to learn and to do something about it. It was good. The five pillars of prosperity is amazing. We know that. But when you see people come together and they talk about it, we had an outline of the pillars based on the book, and then next week we will be doing the first pillar that we chose to do, which is emotional. So it was really fabulous. Anyway, and then we had a little bit of talk about friendship earlier this week, and the thing is, it's our new year. So friendship is really important. So the thing we have to ask ourselves is, what have we done about friendship this week? Today is the middle of the week. I don't like to use words like hump day and all that nonsense. To me, that is just saying something you have no idea why somebody chose it. A hump is not a nice thing. So let us look at Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Did you reach out to somebody this week? Only because you want to, not because you feel you have to. So remember, friendship is important. We are not going to buy those. You have a friend, and remember, it's not transactional. Friendship is not I did for you, so now you do for me. That is not friendship. Friendship is doing what you desire to do and being with that person. And you can test your own self, and you can say, why do I love that person? Why do I like being in there? Ask and answer the questions. What it is that happens when I'm with that person. And if you're fortunate to come to the answer of, I find I am at peace when I'm with them. I do not have to make up a person. I do not have to make up a story. I do not even have to talk. I can just breathe the essence of knowing that we are together. If you have somebody like this in your life, make sure you cherish that. Cherish the thought and the energy that it gives you. So let us do our morning blessing. Somebody said about yesterday's blessing, she said, wow, it was so amazing because it really helped me to make a choice later on in the day that I needed to make. So you know already I have no idea what I spoke about yesterday. I would have to actually go in and see what it is that person I said, so that person knows what is going on. Thank you, Stace. Stacey reached out to two of her friends. Good morning, Loretta. How are you feeling today? So, let us look at our thing, perfection. Striving for perfection. Perfection gets in the way of fun. We don't realize that when we are going to do something or be involved with something, we end up realizing that, hey, hi, good morning, Yuko. How did you enjoy last night? Let us know. That perfection does get in the way of fun because it takes up too much of you. Perfection creates procrastination because the person who wants to be perfect will not start because they're not lazy. They're not lacking ideas. They're lacking fun. Look at someone who's always striving to be perfect. They put so much energy in looking for perfection that they forget there are joys and puzzles and little pieces of fun happening all around them. So let us look at that, what Oscar Wilde said. He said, some things are too important to be taken seriously, like life. Creativity is, to me, one of those things, he said. Some things are just too important to be taken so seriously. And he realized creativity is one of those things for him. Now, good morning, Peter. How are you feeling today? Always good night, Peter, sorry. And perfection keeps you from having fun. Thanks, Peter. Good morning. Perfection keeps us from being creative. Not creative in doing something like building something, but creative by a task you have, like a choice, to make a choice, to paint a wall. If you're going to do it and have fun, if you see it and you want to do it, you're going to have fun doing it. So creativity doesn't mean you have to write a book, do some artwork. It doesn't mean any of that. Hey, Janice, welcome back, sweetie. How are you feeling today? So perfection, when you strive for perfection, you are actually erasing fun. Because you become so tense. Have you ever seen someone who is so deeply hello sister, good morning, how are you feeling this morning? So deeply entrenched in making it perfect that they get headaches. You can see it in their faces. Everything is tight. There is no relaxation in their body. That's what perfection does to us. Striving for perfection prevents us from having fun. And Oscar Wilde, he had so much to say. He said some things are just too important to be taken seriously. Creativity is one of those things. For him, life is one of those things. The moment is one of those things. Everything in life is actually important. And because it's important, we should not hold it like this, and it's so important. So let's look at somebody who wants to have a lot of money, or they have it, and they do not want to let it go. It is said that it actually ages them. My father gave me an analogy, and he said, the one that uses their brain to work gets more gray hair than the one that uses the muscle. And I asked him why. He said, because they're so intense on getting it right. Whereas the one that is using their muscle is concentrating on what they're doing in the moment, because most likely they're using a tool. They're using something that can cause something. So they get into the moment and they enjoy it. Remember the king and the woodcutter. The king had an entourage going through the forest. And he saw the woodcutter singing away while cutting the wood. He couldn't understand where the joy came from. You're just a woodcutter. So right away, you can see what has happened. He's already putting down the woodcutter. I am a king and I can't find happiness. The man digging the ditch, the one using his hands to grab the garbage bin and dump it in the truck. If you notice, he has bigger muscles. The one that is plugging away at the desk is constantly wiping their brow, grabbing their head when they're facing an activity that they have to do that is pulling the stress on them. Their face is reflected even when they're not in the moment. So when we are striving for that thing called perfection, remember that we are taking away fun. Having fun while doing your best allows your entire being to be engaged. So, have you ever seen yourself dancing and you have no flipping idea what you're dancing to? And your body is going and everything is engaged. The movement is there. At that time, you've already thrown caution to the wind. You're in the moment of seeing it happening for you. So it might be something hard, difficult, a challenge. It might be that boulder that you look at that is coming at you and you have a choice. What are you going to do now? This thing is coming at you and it has no brakes. That train cannot stop to pick you up. It has no brakes. What do you do? Stand there and flag it down? Or are you going, good morning, Angelina, how are you feeling today? Or step on the side and let the train go by. That train wreck might be the person that had decided this morning, I'm going to call Joan and I'm going to tell her off today. And what do? Here you are in your perfect day. You woke up on time, you're doing your stuff, and this person is telling you off because you are being you. Why do you do this? I saw you doing this. I didn't like it. That is the boulder coming at you. So what do? You move out of the way. You do not have to engage with the boulder. It is coming too fast. It doesn't have brakes. It is not going to do anything. It's just going to roll down, and everything in its way, you are just another one. If you look at that person that is wanting you to be perfect in what you do, how you look and what you say and all of that, if you look at them, they have gone around the table already. And you are not the first one that they're doing this to. You are just another one. Hi, Victor. Welcome from the Philippines. How are you feeling today? You are just another one. Another one of those beings that they want to take away their joy, their fun, by telling them you need to be better than this. You need to be perfect. They go around the table doing this. Whatever it is you're doing, they believe they can tell you how to do this. That is one of those boulders that is coming at you. You need to get out of its way. No point engaging and fighting. Remember, it's coming downhill. So it's coming towards you. You let that boulder hit you, you'll fall over. It will flatten you. So your best is to step out of its way, let it go and watch it go. And that is what you do with those that tell you everything about you is imperfect and you need to be perfect. Remind them that being alive is so serious, is such a serious situation that it has to have fun in it. How do you get fun? Let's go to dinner. I don't want to go to dinner. So why don't we use another word? I would prefer to go to dinner and a movie. So you put in your statement. You're looking for some fun, and you pull others to fun. You do not pull others to say, no, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to do this. Then you're taking away the fun of their being, wanting to be with you. You understand that? It is important to realize that when it happens to you. When having fun while doing your best allows your entire being to be engaged. When we are engaged with body, mind, and spirit, success drops in. Why do people that look like they're dancing? Good morning, Cyrus. How are you feeling today? What did Cyrus say? I was hit with this boulder just this morning. Really hurt. Oh, and Denise, my heart. So glad for your message, redirection this morning. You know, I thought it was Cyrus, but it's you, Miss Denise. Ladies and gentlemen, Denise came today. She hasn't come for a while. And here's her statement. I don't know who wanted it, who needed this. I have no idea. All I know is that this is the information that was downloaded this morning. That life is too serious not to have fun. That the boulders will always come looking to crush you. And you have to decide whether it's worth it to engage with this boulder knowing that it can flatten you. If you allow it to flatten you, then you're giving it power. You are letting it take away your fun of being. And when you cannot feel your fun, dance. Dance like they say in the Bible, like King David dance. When they show you Yul Brynner dancing like King David, he didn't look like he knew the steps. He looked like he was stomping on the ground. And maybe when you do that, after you've been your fun or the attempt to zap your fun from you, you turn on the music as loud as you can and you stomp. Whether the music is going west and you're going east, it matters not. The point is that you're engaging into the moment of making sure that that music you're dancing to is your tune. You can hear it. So do not let those boulders knock you down. Success is always waiting for us to be engaged with our entire being. So when you are striving to be successful and you're not feeling it, you're not getting those little glimpses of the sun shining on what you just did. Like I talked about this seminar this morning and I said it was fabulous. I got a note from one of these attendees at this seminar. I'm so happy that I was given the opportunity to share and to understand the 5 pillars of prosperity with a group that was so engaged in the moment. It was so amazing. All we did this week was skim the 5 pillars. Next week we'll delve in them one at a time. So we have to remember that it's joy. If you ask, they were laughing. They came with stories. They came with stories of the dumper. Have you ever come across a dumper? The dumper decides today is a good day to take your joy and your fun from being. Here you are, actually looking at your life and wondering what is it that is so perfect here. Everything is in place. And the dumper comes along to dump why they're going bald, why they're overweight, why they're diabetic, why they're this, why this. The dumper consumed one of the ladies last night, as she said. And she said she was doing her best to say, stop using the words like that. And then she realized, I have to let this go. The dumper just is not going to take action. They want to be perfect. And they're striving so hard to fix everything that's good about them. Or they think that they forget to see the joy in just being. We all have things that we have to do, we must do. That if we let it be just like that and see what we must do, we will take away the joy of being in the moment. So you have to drive for an hour to go to see someone that you know that is going to love seeing your face. Do you get angry because you should do it, or you're the only one available to do it? Or should you look at it as the possibility, you know what? I can drive. I have a car. I have gas. Look at, and then I can put that radio on and I can sing to the song that I want to hear or I feel. Do you find joy in this? As I said to you, you guys know one day the elbow of the sink collapsed while Jillian and I are doing the dishes in the kitchen. That's a long time ago. All of a sudden, we didn't know what happened under the sink. We just felt water all over our feet. We looked down and I just started to laugh. The only thing that is why I always say to you, I don't know where this gift comes. I laugh and then I pick up steam and do what I'm supposed to do. I always see it as funny. I do not know why. So it wasn't funny for the normal person, but it was fun for me to see the water is all over the floor. What is the next step? I smiled, I laughed. It was actually funny. Maybe you will not get it, but for me it was. So I closed, all I could do was shut the tap, pick up those pieces that were lying in the cupboard, walk into Home Depot, and the man told me what to do. I came back home and I did it. When my husband came, we told him about it. He said, what did you do? I told him. He goes, okay. He was not going to, it was working. It worked until we renovated the kitchen and they changed all of that. So in everything you do, there's a little bit of fun. So today it's very stressful. You have to drive your son over here, your daughter over there. You have to go to get the grocery. The neighbor needs your attention. The furnace breaks down. How many times do we do that happens to us? And what do? You have to laugh. You call that person. That is your friend. And you say, you never know what happened. All I wanted to do was have my furnace ready for the winter. And they told me of rust in the furnace. Oh well, tell you, I don't know what's going to happen next. With a smile. Was that complaining? Or was that looking for it, the furnace to be perfect? Our body wears. We forget that. Our cars wear, and we give it we pay attention to what's happening to it. But when the body is sending us a little bit of something, say, hey, you need to spend time with me. You need to do something about this. I am not feeling too hot. We expect it to be perfect and not to wear out. Whereas we pay attention to give the car a tune-up. We don't go seeing the doctor. Like yesterday, or Monday, I had a doctor's appointment and he was doing his thing. And at 12 o'clock in the day, he chooses to take my blood pressure. And I don't know what he was expecting, but anyway, when he did it, he said, well, it's 114 over this, and it's really good. Just give me the blood test and go away. You're fine. What it is that you do. And I said to him, I curse and I swear when I'm angry. And he looked at me, and he smiled, and he said, well, continue doing this. So success comes because fun is doing what we desire it to do, to help us to create our new self. It is in the process of fun that we end up being ourselves. But if you want to change your trajectory, you want to shift your paradigm, find fun in doing it. You want to wear something you would normally wear. When I was in PA, this was not funny, but maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say it. So we walked up to the counter to shop, Lisa and I, and the lady's supposed to do our thing. And she wanted to put what I bought in 2 separate bags. And Lisa says, no, she's taking it back to Canada with her. So she said to her, Canada? Well, if so-and-so wins, I am going to go to Canada. And I said to her, in that moment, if so-and-so wins, I am coming to the U.S. She looked at me, she said, well, you must be one of the 1%, eh? I said, yes, I am. And she gave me a high five. We left the store in that moment. This could have gotten nasty, but we left smiling. And we were walking to the car and we were just thinking, she's crazy. She's crazier to be in service thing and to engage in such a conversation. But I did not care. I just saw the fun in it. And that is what we have to do. Life is too serious for us to only see the difficulties. It is just too serious for that. So, fun taps into the positive energy of joy. Wherever joy shows itself, the energy around us is high. And that is what happened at the store. When we were having fun with this lady, the energy was high. We both left the store, and I can remember us walking through the parking lot to the car. I cannot remember what we saw on our way because we were still laughing about the whole thing. I don't know what she expected of me, but one of my brothers said to me, when somebody says something positive about you, you accept it. And when somebody says negative, you dispose of it. So Denise chose to dispose of it. I chose to accept being in the 1%. I don't care. But I had to diffuse that moment. I don't know why, but I always seem to have a plaster for every ache. And that one was to be funny. So high energy promotes success. As I said, when the boulder comes tumbling down, observe the boulder. Decide if it is better to get out of its way or push against it. Most often, you have to get out of its way. It woke up this morning with intention to destroy. It does not care who it crushes on its way. That is what gives it satisfaction. They are perfect. There isn't anything wrong with them. They strive for that perfection that they see. And in striving for perfection, how many headaches do you get? That difficult thing that you have to do and you want to do it, I want to make it perfect. I personally believe they should ban that word. I want to make it so perfect. And you look at your face while you're creating this perfection, you look like somebody dragged you in. The cat dragged you in and it dragged you back out again. Because you want it to be so perfect. But while you are striving for it to be perfect, energies of others can affect your thing of perfection, which frustrates you. You want this space to be so perfect, and somebody is in there and they break something. And you get angry because you have clenched fists, clenched teeth. The muscle, this there is stretching the perfection. And you did not stop to enjoy what it is. Because everything in life, there is fun. It doesn't matter what you would tell me. There is fun. Because it's up to you to see it. If you are agile enough, like in Denise's case, she recognized the bloody boulder again. And I bet you this is not the first time that boulder showed its nasty little face. But she was agile enough to just say, not today, off you go. And you have to know that. Because these people that want you to be a perfect mother, a perfect person, a perfect daughter, a perfect son, a perfect human being, they themselves do not even understand the full meaning of perfection. But even if you were to give them two things coming from the same plant and say, tell me, are these perfect? Because they're just glossing over it. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Or they might look at it and say, well, this one has a little cut. Have you ever given somebody a gift and they tell you this is not, it's, why did you give this to me? You try that with me and I grab it ass from you. And I say, give me my damn thing back. And that's what I did to my friend. I say, that's okay, fine, give it back. I'll have it. No, you don't. So you have to look. They're looking for perfection in everything outside of themselves. And while they're busy looking at perfection coming from others or expecting it in everybody else, they are missing the fun of life. They're too busy looking out the window. Remember, life, your life, our life starts from inside out. It's not from outside in. When we grasp what is on the outside and we pull it in the inside, that's when we get sick. That's when we hurt ourselves. That's when things start to grow where it shouldn't grow. And we have to remember, leave the outside world alone. Concentrate on making your inner self the best according to you, not the perfection of a friend or family members or whoever, a mastermind at work. I have seen, and maybe Colin can relate to that, they would hold up this particular group and tell us, look at them, you should emulate them, look at how successful they are. And they send them to the Bahamas and send them to Lake Louise and they're on vacation and because they're so successful. And 2 weeks later, they fire them. Why? They push them to be so perfect at doing what they do that they cheated, that they committed fraud. And again, look at Aesop's fables, the tortoise and the hare. The rabbit took off. He was so fast. Everybody said he's going to win, he must win, he has to win. Except he wore out. He slept under the tree. And the poor little tortoise just kept going and he got there. So sometimes we have to go slower rather than look for perfection to go further. And always remember that. When that thing you're doing frustrates you, walk away from it. Give it time to breathe. It's like a good spaghetti sauce when you're making it. You know it tastes better tomorrow. So whatever flavor you have today, trust me, it will be 10 times more tasty in the morning. Walk away from that thing that you're working so hard to find perfection and let it simmer. And when you go back, it will open up and let you see the fun in what you're creating. If you are in life And you cannot see fun while you're going through this journey called life. You're not enjoying the process, or you're not tasting the process of the journey called life. You're missing out on that. This is when fun helps us to choose. In the middle of a crisis, see that thing, that tiny thing that sparkles, that little sparkle of fun, and see why in every challenge there is also a little bit of something that is funny or joy or joyful. We all must choose that while we are in this place that we inhabit called life, that on that journey there's going to be fun. It's up to us to see it. It's tiny. And when we see the fun, let us learn to see the funny in the fun. When we feel the joy, let us learn to find the joyful in the joy. It's a choice. If we look for pain, we will find it. It's perfection doesn't exist. We are created the way we were supposed to be. So whatever it is you're doing, look for the fun in it. Make sure if it doesn't have fun, walk away and wait for fun to show up its little head, because you need to have fun. And if it doesn't feel joyful, walk away and come back and say, okay, are you going to give me joy? Talk to what you're doing. Let it respond to you, because everyone, everything, the entire universe is based on energy. Perfection is not in nature. It's not in creation. And do not return the love of your life to God and ask Him to fix it because you do not like it. I created, He did not promise you perfection. Have a great day. Love you. And what are you guys feeling today? So, Ceci, Yuko, hi Marina, didn't see you drop by. How are you feeling today? Lisa, Denise, Colleen, Jilly, I didn't see you guys dropping in. Dawn, Gavi, and Norma, McLaughlin, and Loretta. Hello Norma, welcome. Haven't seen you here before. Sorry guys, I did not scroll, but it's better than yesterday. So, have fun with today. It's still raining in Toronto, but when I went to the doctor, I took an umbrella with me. I didn't drive because it's around the corner, so I walked, and the rain was pulling out this big umbrella. So I grasped it at the top and I walked right into a man. And he said to me, I saw you coming, but I didn't think you would have tried to knock me down. He laughed, I laughed, and we walked away. There was fun even while I was trying to blind my neighbors. Have a wonderful and amazing day. Let me look at your comments. I'm having fun studying here. Oh, you're in Korea. Oh, hello. Victor, I didn't know you were over there. That is so nice. And it's not that. It's beautiful humans. Good morning. And Sister Tess always laughs at anything. I do laugh, I know. So thank you, girls and boys and everybody. Nice talking to you guys. See you on the other side of time. I have to send a note to Victor. Talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.